070-866-8003 or 0708-066-8004. You can also log on to www.tvccommunications.tv. Ramadan Kareem.
Hello and good morning, Nigeria. A brand new Thursday has begun. Wow, that means we're just a hop, skip, and jump to the weekend, meaning all this hustle. She is going to be putting together a very special culinary delight for your viewing and learning pleasure. We can't wait to see what Chef Amaka has in store for us today. And for a musical performance, Mercy Osegale, a dynamic worship leader, pastor, and songwriter whose music inspires and uplifts audiences worldwide, is going to be right here. Now, her style is vibrant, it's contemporary gospel, it's infused with a unique vocal delivery and anointed lyrics. I can't wait for her to get here. It's going to be a fun conversation and, of course, performance. Now we have our book chat conversation today. Esther Okuru is a corporate lawyer and she's passionate about people, purpose, and developing strong relationships. Sadly, Esther lost her husband 5 weeks after their wedding when she was 27 years old. Now her memoir is a journey of healing, a journey of understanding, and a journey of transformation. This novel is our focus on book chat today. All right, now Eniolo Foyeh isn't only known as an actress. Now she's also a fantastic writer and creative director of TAM. She's also an ex-beauty queen, Miss Nigeria 2016, and she's been privileged to not just grace stages and red carpets, but she's also a highly sought-after influencer. We are gonna have Eniolo Foyeh in the building as well. And for a final discussion, we have Ambassador Dr. Lancelot Odua Imasuen. Now, he is the visionary behind some of Nollywood's most iconic films, a master storyteller, a trailblazer, and cinematic powerhouse. It's going to be an interesting conversation when he gets right here on the couch. Okay, so no matter what you're doing, make sure you stay tuned. There is quite a bit in store for you on Wake Up Nigeria. Let's check out the weather.
0709 hours GMT +1 West African time. It's Thursday, the 20th of March, 2025. Good morning. Welcome. This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. I'm Mike Messikeno. Now, we have updates on the political development in Rivers State as we begin in the Federal Capital Territory. Before we get back to Rivers State, where yet another tanker explosion has left many vehicles burned and residents feared dead at Karo on the outskirts of the FCT. Yesterday's incident comes just a week after the Otedola underpass explosion, which led to the death of 4 persons. And as at the time of filing this report, there are no confirmations if there is any casualty or the extent of damage. Firefighters are also working to extinguish the inferno. Between October 2024 and March this year, more than 300 persons have lost their lives due to tanker explosions in Nigeria. The latest explosion happened in Lagos, Enugu, Niger, Delta, and Jigawa states.
GOTV trailer fell brake and hit this company trailer. So while hitting the company trailer, it caught on fire and started exploding. So the explosion now took many vehicles.
But we were coming from the town, then we see this car with a higher speed. So on this process now, this car now happened to hit other cars. So there were accidents already down. Then before this car is a truck that have explosion gas. So it exploded. On that process of exploding, then the fire caught up. So people could not run away again. This is what has made this place to be like this meaning. And the fire lasted for almost 2 to 3 hours.
There are some casualties. The figures will be given when everyone is planted. Some critically injured people are reported to Isokoro General Hospital. So for now, that's where we are. We're trying to, right now, clear the road so that motorists can, traffic can be eased, so that motorists can go about their normal business.
Now to that update on the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State, senior correspondent Ivy Kano takes a look at expectations of security agencies in the state.
When a state of emergency is declared, all eyes turn to security agencies. The police, military, and civil defense have a huge responsibility, not just to enforce the law, but to keep the peace and reassure citizens. But let's be clear, Rivers State isn't in chaos, at least not yet. Geographically, Rivers State is surrounded by Anambra and Imo to the north, Abia and Akwa Ibom to the east, and Bayelsa and Delta to the west. Eniolo Foyeh, who is the Director General of the International Institute of Professional Security, says the situation demands a broader perspective. According to him, security forces must look beyond just Rivers State.
To be able to identify all the vulnerable facilities in the Niger Delta region as a whole, and to be able to do, a proper access control. The Navy, the Air Force, and the military, the Army, should, symbiotically work together. But they must work, with, I think there's this other company in the Niger Delta region that understand the terrain very well.
These hit and run things are going to happen all over the place. And of course, I hope the military is ready to calm down and talk to people to make sure that the place is calm in 6 months.
He believes this is a critical test for the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and urges the police to exercise caution in handling the situation.
Your primary responsibility is to protect the critical national infrastructure, and oil is one of so. I would advise that the police should not take any critical decision in a haste, because whatever the police will do at that level is going to be the media hype.
So they have a lot of work to do. They have to heighten their surveillance to make sure that we don't lose more of our critical infrastructures that exist in that state.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force isn't taking chances. They've reinforced security across the state. In an exclusive phone interview with TVC News, the force public relations officer confirmed this development.
The IGP has given necessary directive to all our tactical units and neighboring states around that area in the South region to send additional men to augment the strength of Rivers State Police Command.
And let's not forget the Department of State Services, DSS. In the coming weeks, they will play a key role gathering intelligence, securing sensitive information, and advising the government on internal security matters. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.
And that's the news for the hour. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.
I'm Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Okay, so now let's get to the intimate part.
Exactly.
Now. So do you feel this whole enhancement, the whole you do boobs, you do ass, does it now make you good in bed? You do your dick, does it make you good in bed? You do abs, are you now more attracted to your partner?
Are you more confident?
Exactly, to now perform well.
As a woman, you
Maybe
have bigger breasts, you have bigger... Come on, you feel more sexier.
Okay.
It's not flexing in bed.
Okay, Beverly, you know what?
No,
I really want to hear
the experience of it. It doesn't change the experience.
I want to hear Desmond's side. I want to hear your own, but your own is making me feel somehow.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I'm being serious.
Is
now.
that your trousers are going?
Hey!
Hagulalumo!
Yes, keep.
LGBTQ.
Oh my God.
Mike.
Yeah. Mary.
Yeah. Oh my God. Your voice is still low. How do you
Morning.
feel now? You better.
I'm good.
I missed you. I missed you a lot.
You did. How do you show that you miss someone?
That's a good question.
I know what you're up to.
How do you show you miss someone?
I miss you, Otito.
Wow. What?
Yes,
but you know I missed you, right?
Mexicano.
You know I missed you.
So you know the
What?
two liars are.
Wow, Mike.
No, how do you show you? But seriously, I'm just.
How do you show you? You reach out to the person.
No.
You reach out to the person.
So
you ask
something.
the person's welfare.
I used to. There's one or two. There's a colleague here. I don't know if you remember. She used to be here. You know her. I don't want to just mention her name. They just talk about. Somebody mentioned about low maintenance relationships. There's some people that you don't get to talk to every time. You don't get to meet to every time. In fact, when things happen to you, you might not even know. But when you need them, they are there. And it's not. So I don't think that checking up is evident. But for a number of people, it could be. But
that depends on the definition of that friendship or that relationship. Really, there are some relationships where, especially in the office space, you do what you can to be cordial, friendly, respectful, but also give people their space because you don't want to be too much in people's business. For instance, now, how do I know you didn't go to the Bahamas and go chill? I don't know, right?
True.
Unless I ask pressing questions like, oh, Mike, where are you? Mike, how are you doing? How are you feeling? So, in the end, we can only go by the type of relationship you have with that person and how much information you're willing to divulge to that person.
Very true.
So giving Mary a call, she's not around, is like, oh, how you doing? Is everything okay? Are you good? We'll see you soon.
Mike actually does that
but
a lot. I don't know
does?
why.
He calls you?
And I appreciate it.
You're lucky.
And that's why I don't take, this week, I
you're
just
lucky.
He
actually has your number.
No jokes. Like, if I'm not around, Mike will be like, hey, or if he hears something, he'll be like, hello, Mary, I heard this happened. I hope you're okay.
Aww.
I'm like, he does it. He actually does it.
Okay.
Yeah, I find that really
I'll try not to be too jealous, but it's fine.
We check. I might not call, but know, and that's what I was trying to tell someone. There's people that have, and it is a thing.
Yeah.
Call anxiety. I'd rather send a message in text.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is actually she's reading out how I would send a message to her.
Okay.
Probably not call.
Yeah.
But you see, people, and that has been an issue with me, and I found out that there are a number of people. I'm not the only person on that. On the horse.
But times are actually changing so much that, like, so for our kids now, I believe your daughter has a phone, right? She reaches out to you when she misses you. Now, I have one daughter who calls me incessantly. I can see like 3 calls from her in one day. And I have one that maybe like 2 a week or something. And I'm like, don't you miss me? And I'm wondering, the relationship I have with my kids is probably a little bit different based on their response to me or their reaction to, or the amount of times they call me or reach out to me. But then again, people are also chatting a lot more now. People prefer Snapchat. They prefer DMs. They prefer WhatsApp to actually picking up the phone to call. So this culture of calling people is gradually sort of phasing out.
Yeah.
I've not really liked making phone calls and all. In fact, I think I suffer from that anxiety thing as well.
Seriously?
I prefer messages. In fact, I so love messages that I don't even like voice notes. I don't do voice notes.
Okay.
If I do voice notes, it's either because it is something extremely important or something I couldn't escape. But no matter the situation, I would rather type. I have a thing with talking, which is strange because I talk for a living.
I was wondering.
But, as in, it's so crazy that I'll be speaking to my sister. I love my sister so much. I love my family members so much. But when the call is getting too long, I'm already rolling my eyes like, when is this call going to end?
Oh, wow.
I really want to talk to them.
I guess to say that thing, that I think that the only time you should call is if you cannot go in a text. Or if it's serious, an emergency or something.
Yeah, of course.
And so there are some calls I come back, I'm like, I know that whatever you want to say, you can send it in a message.
Okay.
And there are a few that have come to understand me on that, right? There are a few. And then they know how to do it. But I feel like...
What about parents now? In-laws, parents, extended family, who
I try sometimes. It is. You insist. I try sometimes. But let me just say it. Even to everybody, like, there are times like,
mine is even bad. You know I tune off during phone calls. It is that bad. I'm confessing, and this is to everyone who says, but I told you. If you told me on phone, that's why I didn't hear.
Wow.
Because when a call is even when a call is like just 30 seconds long, I've already tuned off. It's unconscious. It's something I can't help. That's how bad I am with phone calls.
I would even prefer a video call to an audio call.
Video call is even worse.
Yeah, no, for me it's easier because sharp. It's easier, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Send the message straight. And then there's something here. Yes, I appreciate the introductions and this thing. But see, just go straight to the point.
Go straight to the point, I mean.
Go straight to the point.
So you're talking about small talk now?
Yeah, that's
so in other words, that whole, how are you? Did you see what happened in the news? You see that match?
God. Inside me, I'm like,
but I know
God,
that,
no problem.
I know that you're going somewhere.
And there's some people that they need something from you, but they know they haven't spoken to you for a long time, and you're not that close for them to just pick up. They will now first talk about different irrelevant things. And in my mind, I'm like, it's going to be rude to say, could you just say what you want to say? Like, don't worry, I'll do it. But because
so there's a line that popped up about, maybe I think it started happening about 5 years ago. I just hear the 2 words, quick one. When I hear quick one, I know the person is going to go straight to the point.
Yes, and I appreciate it better.
So I actually appreciate it better. Sometimes it sounds a little rude, but it's just like, oh, hi, Titi, quick one. Can you? And then the call is
children.
Done. Oh, gosh.
Okay. Can you talk right now? I already answered the call. Of course I can talk. Go ahead. For me to even answer the call.
No, so it depends. There's some things here. There's sometimes I've called you, I've called, and I'm like, oh, how far can you talk now?
See, relationships differ. For you to tell me that, Mike, to tell me that, it means that it is something that will take a while. I understand. But we're talking of people that you barely even know.
Okay.
Saying, can you talk now? If I cannot talk now, normally I'll just send you a message. Sorry, can you call me back later? But for me to answer your call.
Talking about etiquette, I've always said this thing, but people always fall prey to it. Whenever even when you're sending a message, don't, especially when it's the first, second time, someone you don't know, don't say good morning, hello, and sit down.
And wait for them to reply.
You don't do that.
Mazino actually has that on his status on WhatsApp. He said, don't just say hi, go straight to the point. No, but there's a way he wrote it. Let me see if I can
I've reached out to people in DMs I never knew and all of that. And the first message, I don't even break it. Hello and good morning. My name is Mike Mesikeno. I am a hired killer.
Hello, my
I want to what I'm saying, you introduce yourself, you say who you are. Why am I messaging you? What do I want? Thank you. And
if they like, they should not respond. Leave it there.
Yeah, straight up. So that's messaging etiquette. The point is that increases your chances, maybe 90% of getting an answer. It increases your chances.
The average person has, let's say 500 to 1,000 contacts on their phone. And imagine how many people they would have to respond to in any given day.
Me that I'm in 1 million groups. Before I even see messages sometimes. Let me just quickly quote it. Oh, please, don't just say hi and wait for a reply. Say what you came for.
Even when you know the person, I would not say Titi Alpha and just wait for a response.
No.
Titi Alpha, they go, hey, see as da.
Yeah.
I will. So even so I don't. How far?
So take your learnings. People are a bit too busy to do the hi and wait for you to respond. But hey, some people still want to receive that phone call and hear your voice.
Like Titi.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually guilty.
Amber or Ruby, who are you who are you calling out now?
I'm not calling out anybody. I'm calling out myself.
Amber
I'm calling out
Ruby,
myself because
one of you needs to call Mommy Ma.
Yeah, well, hey, she calls when she needs something, which is good. It's okay. You can still call when you need something. I'll always answer you. But seriously,
please, let's just take this break.
Our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and let us know your thoughts on this. We'll be back after this break.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient. It's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of
your neighborhood?
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Argentina, champions of the world!
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the happen, waiting the shop. You need to award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Highway.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for a performance. And with us, we have Mercy Osegale. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, so you seem so hyped and pumped and ready to perform right now.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. The name of your track?
No God Like You.
No God Like You. Okay,
Yeah.
talk to us about that. Obviously, no, there is no God like you, oh Father. But please talk to us about
No
this
God
song.
Like You came from a deep thought of who God is. You know how God will do something for you. And in the middle of it, you just scream, oh God, no God like you. I mean, if you were not there, who would have pulled this through? So that is really the message. So in that period where you feel elated, where you think, oh, it could have been God alone, you just scream, no God like you. Lord, you know I love you.
Honestly, I'm already feeling your energy. I'm feeling your vibe, and I'm sure you're set to perform.
Yeah, I am.
All right, take it away.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a way to get into the praise and worship mood this beautiful Thursday morning. I can't believe I actually went back to Tuesday. Goodness. So it's time for us to make breakfast. And it's going to be a really special and filling one this morning. Chef Amaka is with us.
Hi.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
So Chef Amaka, what is for breakfast?
Okay, so we'll be having potato roll with minced meat in it.
Okay.
It's just a little twist from the normal potato and meat. There are different ways you could use your potato. It could be mashed, it could be fried, it could be deep fried, but this time around, it's a twist to it.
So potato roll with minced meat in it. Sounds yummy already. These aren't all the ingredients. We wanted to keep them fresh. So yeah, we could have some of them come. Yeah. So, well, okay, let me help you. Just pass them along. Let me help with that. So you can bring the remaining. So we have this as well. Then we have the potatoes as well. And then, oh, there are a lot of veggies. Yeah.
Okay. Do I keep this here?
No, let's keep it here. You can put that next to, yes.
Let's not forget our cheese.
The cheese, yes.
So just close the plate.
Okay. All right. So that's the spread we have this morning. Let's go over the ingredients. What are we making use of?
Okay, so we're going to start with the minced meat. It's going to go into the pot.
Okay.
Because it takes a little bit of time. And then move ahead with this one.
The potato.
Yes, you can see I already
shredded
it. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to mix this with flour and egg because what I'm going to do is to form a sheet.
Okay. Okay. Also, you're going to form a sheet and then you roll it with, oh, interesting.
But after forming the sheet, it's going to go into the oven.
Okay.
Then after about 20 minutes, we bring it out.
Okay.
And then we start to roll it.
Okay. Okay.
By then, the minced meat
would be cooked to a certain level. So we also have the cornflakes. So this is for the crispy outside.
Yes. Well, we have chicken breast.
Okay. Okay.
So for this one, you see what we do.
Okay. No, tell us. Oh, you're cutting it into two.
Yes,
okay.
The normal saute.
Okay.
Before you saute it, instead of using a lot of oil to do it.
Okay.
Like for people like me that likes to shred weight, it's a little twist. Instead of taking the whole chicken breast into the oil, you can use a little bit of oil and still get
the flavor.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. So we also have potatoes, lemon,
lettuce, mozzarella cheese, tomato again, bell pepper, cucumber,
and of course the potato. This is pepper.
That's habanero pepper.
Now we also have a number of spices. So let's start from this one.
So we'll be using paprika,
garlic,
powdered onions, garlic. That's the mixture in it is the cream. It's something that we cooked up before we came on set.
Okay.
It's my own secrets.
Here we go again. They like secrets. The ingredients are currently on your screen, by the way, for the crispy chicken and a potato roulade. Okay, so we also have eggs.
Yes.
So this is thyme, I believe.
Yeah, that's thyme, parsley, and oregano.
Okay, all right. This fresh one.
Yeah, that's rosemary.
Rosemary. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think we mentioned this.
I think. Okay, that's black pepper. Okay. Yes.
All right, and then flour, of course. So basically, that's what we're making use of for breakfast this morning. Let's get started already, because I know you said there's a lot to be done with the minced meats.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, to wash my hands.
Yeah.
And keep clean.
Okay.
So just do that now.
Now, I love it when we get to explore different ways to make simple dishes. And one might say, oh, why can't I just do something easy, like just do meatballs and then fry the potatoes? Isn't this a lot grandiose? The truth is, it's always more fun to create different recipes in your kitchen. You make the most of the ingredients you have and create something magical. The simplest ingredients can actually give you something extraordinary. It all depends on how you make it and the spices and every other feeling you put into it. I'm looking forward to how this dish will come out eventually.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started, huh?
Okay, because of time, so we're going to have to get this on.
Okay.
Put this on.
So You can start with your minced meat.
My oil.
So there are other ways that most dishes can be made. Does this apply to this dish as well?
Yes.
Are there certain things that must be done?
You know, for every chef, I believe that you must have your specialty. You must have what is different, what makes you unique and make you stand out. So if you feel this twist is not what you like, you can always switch it or do something else that you know is preferable.
So will this work well with minced chicken? Or it will come out differently?
Definitely it will. But I like the taste minced meat gives.
Right? Am I the only one who feels meat pie is a lot better than chicken pie? I may be wrong, but I know some people might come after me. But there's just something about meat and the way it's chewy and the way it tastes, especially with pastry. I believe chicken is really good. However, it doesn't always give me that. Okay,
it depends. There are different types of chicken.
Well, maybe the kind of chicken pies I've had.
Do you understand? Okay, so we're going to go in, since there's oil.
So just a little bit of oil, huh?
Yes, just a little bit for a start.
I see you don't like to use a lot of oil.
No. I already sauteed my onion.
Okay, so that's another trick to the refrigerator there. Okay, so I'm wondering if we're going to be using a lot of eggs. Are we?
No, we won't. It's just that for the thickness of the flour, for it to be consistent, we need eggs.
Okay.
And also, we'll see. Let's go.
Let's see.
Okay.
So we're using all that onions?
No. I'm not going to pour in all.
But to say maybe
the more the onion,
the better. Yes. I thought maybe you are affiliated to an onion farmer.
Oh my days.
But onions are usually magical in meals.
I'd rather use more onion
than
any other thing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, now that the onion is in, we'll allow it to saute for a bit.
Okay. So after it's sauteed, we're
going with our garlic.
Oh, garlic. Okay.
Then thyme.
That's the powdered garlic.
No, we're going
we have raw garlic as well.
Yes, I have the raw one there.
Okay, here it is. So after that goes in, what happens?
Garlic, then our spices.
Okay.
So that everything can cook up together. Then we go in with the.
So that's something I really like to do as well. Putting my spices to cook with the oil. It actually adds more flavor to your dishes. You should try it. At this point, we have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.
Ramadan, the 9th month in Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem, recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes on the Ramadan quiz segment, all spiced up with soul-stirring nasheed.
Asking for a sign from you, 'cause I'm so broke inside.
Ramadan Kareem on TVC from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day in Ramadan. To participate, call or visit our marketing department, TVC Communications Limited, Eko Atlantic City, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone 0708 066 8003 or 0708 066 8004. You can also log on to www.tvccommunications.tv. Ramadan Kareem.
Level 2, electrified fence.
Terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Hey Nick fam! Remember, Nick on TVC is your one-stop for engaging children's shows like El Tigre, Paw Patrol, SpongeBob SquarePants, Kung Fu Panda, and lots more to keep the kids glued to their screens. Catch us on Mondays to Fridays at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on TVC.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman,
and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brand, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
All right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, it's the 20th of March and it is commemorated internationally as Happiness Day. Now, that's quite an interesting one because this discussion is one that I am very invested in, as you should be also. We've got Smita Mahesh, a wellness coach from the Happiness Center. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you.
And there are a number of questions I want to ask, but let's start with happiness. What is happiness?
Happiness is an undying smile on your face,
Mm.
a confidence that cannot be shaken, a strength that cannot, shatter in any consequences, in any situations, and also a fearless attitude.
How can one develop such an attitude in such a world as ours today? There are so many things happening. The countries and all of that, when you look at the news, you understand there's always something there that could. So how can you maintain happiness in spite of what is happening around you?
See, happiness comes from within.
Okay.
And we believe that if individuals are at peace, then society is at peace.
Mm.
It is the stress that causes all these problems of violence, of greed, of corruption. If a person has a sense of belongingness and wants good for everybody, then the entire society is happy. So happiness begins from one individual.
Now you mentioned from within. Now people get to maybe mistake it, and that's why I want some clarification. You said it's from within, but what is that feeling when I get a brand new car, or a brand new phone, or a brand new dress, a brand new shoe, moving to a brand new house? That feeling, is that happiness?
That's fleeting, right? Anything that you buy, all the material things that you get, we all have desires, and it is good to fulfill our desires. But to think that happiness is coming from the car I have, or from the restaurant that I'm going to, or from this big house, if it was, then you would be happy. One car should have given you joy all your life. Why is it that you upgrade? Why is it that you want to change your phone to the next new one that comes up? It is just that temporary feeling that you get. But true happiness is within you.
Is within me.
Like when you see or when you smell a nice flower, you just smell it and you go, you close your eyes. When you hug someone, you love and you hug and you close your eyes, because it is within. The joy comes from within. If it was from, say, one particular ice cream, then the second set of ice cream should have made me more happy. the third, the fourth. By the sixth one, if somebody offers me the same ice cream, I would say, no. It is, you know, it diminishes.
It diminishes, yes. There's that law of diminishing returns.
Yes. So happiness is not outside.
It's not based on possessions or things you see. How about, now you mentioned a hug. How about when it is based on a spouse, a partner, a friend? That means that still isn't based from, based on somebody or some other circumstance. And maybe you lose the person, you know, at that situation, or the person leaves you, you know, as it were, and all of that. The one that comes between human beings, can we still term that happiness in the sense of what you defined?
No, as I'm saying, we are a social beings, right? We need people around us, but to expect that this person will give me happiness or this is my source of happiness, no. Because everything in this world is temporary. Nothing is within our control. So it is like, you know, we clean our house, but we cannot leave it like that, right? We have to, because dirt comes. So things happen. The other person might have moods, might have a stressful day, and you are expecting, oh, this one is going to solve my problems. This is going to give me happiness. But if you develop certain habits like breathing, meditation, where you get in touch with yourself, you will see that you can enjoy life, and at the same time you are so strong from within that you are the master of the situation.
I like what you just said. So these are activities that you can help when you meditate, you get in touch with yourself. And you mentioned something about a flower. That means that interacting with nature is one way to develop happiness, as it were.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so if I come to the happiness center, what kind of activities can I engage in? What can help make me happier or a happy person?
Yes. So the Happiness Center is an initiative of the Art of Living. So the Art of Living was established in 1981 by Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, who is a humanitarian leader and peace ambassador. And in the span of 43 years, we have made our presence in 184 countries. So you can understand that these techniques work. These are tools which empower us. Nobody has taught us. So in the Happiness Center, we take care of your physical health and well-being as well as mental health and well-being.
Wonderful.
So in physical section, we have a doctor who practices Ayurveda, which is an alternate medicine. And in the mental health workshops, we teach breathing techniques. You know, we can see our body, but we cannot see our mind. No? I can see you, but I don't know what's happening in your mind.
Definitely.
But breath is both tangible and intangible.
Yes.
You can not see breath, but you can feel breath. So breath is the connecting link between your body and your mind. So if you learn to work on your breath, you not only get the physical benefits, of course, when all your cells are oxygenated, you will see how calm your mind becomes, how clearly you can think.
Wow, so from what you're saying now, there is that correlation between your physical well-being and happiness. Because when you're talking about breath control, I mean, there are a number of people who, maybe due to bad lifestyle choices, they can't control their breath. So when you're talking about now meditation, I mean, it's some form of yoga. So you're even talking about physical fitness and all of that. It is also, are you saying now the physical fitness as a person is related to being happy?
So when you are doing some physical exercises, it helps you calm down. The restlessness in your body disappears. And when you work on your breath, you calm the mind, the thoughts. Right? It helps you reduce the thoughts. And when you sit in meditation, that is just relaxing, doing nothing, and that's when you get that true peace. You get in touch with yourself, what we call the self, the spirit, the soul. So it's, you know, like a progressive thing. You first work on your physical fitness, then you work with your breath, and then come to your calm and peaceful mind.
Wonderful. How
you
do you
experience that?
Now, if you've done all of this and you've found some level of peace, some level of happiness, how do you maintain it? How do you keep it? How do you ensure that this thing that you found, it doesn't just go away or it's not fleeting? How do you do that?
So now tell me, Mike, do you go out without cleaning your teeth in the morning?
No, I don't. I would always try to ensure I do that.
Do you go out without having a bath?
No, I don't.
So you're so particular about your dental hygiene, you're so particular about your physical hygiene. What about your mental hygiene? So once
we're
we
not
teach,
so particular about that.
No, just because we can't see it. We know something is bothering us, but just because we cannot put our hands on it, you just ignore it. So what I would say is the techniques we teach you, make it a part of your life. Have a bath, and after bath, just sit for 5 to 10 minutes with yourself. Make it a part of your lifestyle, and then you will see it lasts with you.
I wish we had more time, but let's wrap up with this. When I sit and I'm meditating, what do I focus on the most?
So easier than that is, I would say, concentration and focus is a byproduct of meditation. Clarity of mind is a byproduct of meditation. What you can do is just do a simple breathing technique. I'll just teach you. It's called straw breathing.
Straw breathing.
Anytime you have too many thoughts, you are overwhelmed, you're anxious, you're stressed, you don't know what to do, you just take a deep breath in. And just breathe it out like a straw, as if you're holding a straw in your mouth. So the exhalation is long. Do it 5 or 6 times and just observe how you feel.
Smita, I could talk to you for an hour and even longer, but thank you so much for this expose on International Day of Happiness. I know that somebody out there would have gotten something and have learned how to be happier or a happy person. Thank you so much, Smita Mahesh.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, that's it on our discussion on the International Day of Happiness. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Back with the second lap of the show.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area! Waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Doing.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Welcome back. Now, if you're just joining us, you've tuned in at the perfect time. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Another vibrant edition of Wake Up Nigeria, filled with inspiration, creativity, all the good vibes you need to push you towards the weekend. We're here to keep you engaged with some thought-provoking conversations, some captivating performances, and a touch of artistic brilliance. And speaking of brilliance, yeah, we call it Artsy Thursday, and it's in full swing. We're celebrating all the creativity in all forms, from, of course, our book chats today, music, and of course the art that's going on in the kitchen. Our culinary artist today is standing by with Mary. How's it going, Chef?
Aka is making breakfast for us
She's been entertaining me.
Well,
I forgot I was in the kitchen.
You see, I told you, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. We are here having a lot of fun. So I have a number of favorite segments, and this is definitely number one. I love being in the kitchen. You learn a lot being in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen, I tell you. So Titi, this is me busy with the minced meat, and we're about to spread the potato in the pan, but that'll be in a few minutes when you get back to us.
Indeed.
Keep watching.
Well, one thing I can say is that it's extra colorful on that table, and of course, something smells good.
All right.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, you can always join the conversation. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. And of course, you can catch us live from anywhere in the world with our mobile app. It's available on Google Play Store and of course for iOS. And never forget that we're live on GOTV channel 16, UHF channel 49, and on YouTube. All you have to do is search for TVC Entertainment. With Twitter, or whether it's X now, right? X, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media platforms, we'll be giving you little updates so you do not miss a thing. Now, let's dive into what we have next going on Artsy Thursday. Still quite a bit in store for you in our highlights today. Of course, we will be going back to the chef in a bit, but then our book chat conversation has to happen. We have Tomilola Koko Adesheyamo. She is a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, and she earned a Bachelor of Arts. And yeah, there's so many great things we can talk about with this particular author, and we can't wait for her to pop into the building. Now, this particular book with what it's called What Love Left Unfinished is one I've actually flipped through, and I am so in awe of this author, Esther Okuru. Now, she is just amazing. Now, she is a lawyer, and she went through something powerful, and she's been able to come out on the other side, and she's going to be sharing her story very, very soon. Sadly, she lost her husband 5 weeks after they got married, and she's been able to capture all the emotional, loving moments she had with her husband just before that sad thing happened. We're going to be talking to Esther Okuru very, very soon. Stay with us. Eniolo Foyeh isn't only known as an actress. She is a fantastic writer and the creative director of TAM. She's an ex-beauty queen, Miss Nigeria 2016 finalist, and she has been privileged to not just grace stages and red carpets, but also she is highly sought after as an influencer for brands, multimedia personality as well. It's going to be an interesting conversation when she pops onto our set. And for our final discussion, we have Ambassador Dr. Lancelot Odua Imasuen. He is a visionary behind some of Nollywood's most iconic films, a master storyteller and trailblazer, and a cinematic powerhouse. He is not just a filmmaker, he is a revolutionist. There's so much to unpack when it comes to African storytelling, which he is trying to redefine. And with over 3 decades in the industry, his works are transcendent. That conversation is going to be happening very soon, right here on Wake Up Nigeria. So that's our Thursday package. A lot we're trying to stuff into the next 45 or 50 minutes. We have loads in store for you. Make sure you stay tuned. But first up, let's see what the weather's going to be like. Welcome back. Now it's time for our book chat conversation. We have Esther Okoro here. She is a corporate lawyer. She's passionate about helping people, passionate about people and purpose, and of course developing strong relationships. Sadly, she lost her husband 5 weeks after their wedding when she was 27 years old. And of course, being a huge shock, this sent her on a journey of healing, understanding, transformation. And this novel is where she tells her story candidly. She shares her personal experience rebuilding her life after losing her love. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First of all, of course, we're sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
From what I could read from this, it was a love beyond love.
It was.
He is still everything. Because this came out this year, yes?
Yes, it did, January.
January this year. So it took you about, let's say, a year and a half to put this together?
Maybe less than a year or plus minus 1 year. Yeah.
So what made you make that decision to put it in print? I know that most grief counselors tell you to journal.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it started.
Yeah.
But you tell us the story.
I mean, I've been journaling for a long time, but aside that, I think for me it was a way to just process my feelings and to honor my journey and also to make sense of everything as well. And another thing was I also wanted to validate people's feelings because it has happened to people, maybe not 5 weeks, but and it will happen to people. People will lose loved ones. So I wanted to let people know that they are seen and they are heard.
Being seen and being heard during periods like that, it means different things to different people, especially culturally speaking. And I'm going to touch on culture. You didn't really touch on it too much in your book, but in this environment, when a wife loses a husband, there's a lot of processes that happen. So can you share a bit on that? What was the process like for you?
I think for me it was pretty straightforward, really. Toby died this week. He was buried the next week. There wasn't a lot of cultural or anything that went into it per se. So it was up to me to bury him and the sister because in Yoruba culture, parents don't bury their children. So I had to do the heavy lifting, obviously with the help of church, family, and So
they all came through?
Yes, they all came true. They all came true.
So now we've gotten over I don't want to say the hard part because there are definitely some harder parts involved. Here you focus on happiness, you focus on joy, you focus on love, and you talk about all the great times you spent with him.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to go from that angle and build up to it? Because it did feel very suspense-filled, like you were leading up to something. We all knew where you were going, but why did you decide to write it this way?
I think for me, it was a very personal, it was a very deeply personal exploration, and I needed to start from exactly where it began and just take readers through it. I felt it was necessary to let everyone know how we met down to what transpired. And I think it would also help you to appreciate the love and to appreciate, you know, why I was grieving the way I was grieving as well. It was very necessary to just let people see the full story, the full picture of it.
Toby wrote, I believe this is either a letter or is this a chat?
It was a letter.
It was a letter, and it's such a deep letter. I'm not sure when this letter was written.
Yeah.
When was it written?
It was just after the wedding.
Just after the wedding?
Yeah.
Now there's a paragraph here. I hope you don't mind if I read it.
Oh, please feel free.
Now it says here, I think about our future together, filling me with hope and excitement. I want to build a life with you, Esther. I want to be the man who stands by your side through life's ups and downs. The one you can count on no matter what. I want to share everything with you, from the big moments to the small, everyday things that make life so special. You've become an integral part of my life. I can't imagine it without you. Now, this is just one of about 20 paragraphs he wrote. I can't even imagine how you were able to build or rebuild after that, after having such a love as this.
Yeah.
And you've probably had to have conversations, very deep conversations on love and life and the future.
Yeah.
But after having a love like this, do you feel like you could ever have another love like this?
It's possible. It's possible. I don't like to think about the next phase of my life, because reading the book, you understand the kind of love I experience. And when you also think about what's out there, you may just give up. So I don't think about the next 1 minute of my life. I just let it be, really, and just trust God, to be honest. Because it's tough. I'm not going to lie. It's tough. And thinking about what I lost. So I just don't think about it.
You don't think about it?
I don't think about it.
So the reasoning behind not thinking about it is so that you can...
So I don't get overwhelmed, because it's really overwhelming. Dealing with this, dealing with the kind of person that died, and then dealing with what if you don't find any other person? Like, what if you're single for the rest of your life? There's so many what ifs, which is just really overwhelming. I'd rather not, really.
Okay. All right. I don't want to relive that day,
yeah, that's right.
But you leave that day all the way to the end of the book. And I feel like it took you a long time before you could actually put that on paper.
Yeah,
that was the last part of the book you wrote.
Yes, it was.
Yes. So how were you able to summarize that? How were you able to put it on paper?
I think that was the most difficult part of writing this book.
Okay.
Because having to relive and revisit the painful memories, and not just revisiting it, but putting it in such a way that readers will resonate with it and still staying true to my story as well and to my experience as well. So that's why it was written the way it was written, where it feels like you were walking with me all throughout the journey. So had a lot of people tell me that, oh, it felt like I was there with you guys. So it was very difficult, but I had to try and put it in such a way that, you know, you feel like you were there, like you feel every single thing. So.
Who did you write this book for? Did you write it for you? Did you write it for someone else?
3 people.
Okay.
Myself, for Toby,
okay,
and for everybody who finds a piece of themselves in it.
Wow, it's a powerful piece here. It's heavy, but it is about love. Now the image on the front shows the image of a young lady and a shadow on the cover. It's a powerful piece. Thank you so much for coming to share this with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right then, now we would love to hear your thoughts. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and share your comments and contributions. We're taking a quick move now on a break. Make sure you stay with us.
At break time, when my champ needs to keep going, he's going to need his favorite snack, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo Snacks, snack of future champions. Milo!
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
If he opens a fat account for you, would you let him cheat?
Money aside all things.
Cheating get level.
It depends on the quality of the account. I will collect login for the bank account first. If it is fat enough, I'll drive out to the guy's place. Just make the money pay my hand. Everything we do inside the account, make pay my hand. That's not cheating again. That's doing an act of God. Service.
No, now.
That doesn't cut it. Money is not the reason to cheat.
No, because if I open a fat account for her, you should excuse my cheating.
Why would I excuse cheating? Because you think you have money, you think you can do whatever you want. Like, money is not everything.
You know what you got to play for your head? How you want to ring the ring to them? Oh, I don't play, I beg. Go to the next one.
Okay, what's the perfect assurance a man can give to you? Because you're being very specific on your career alone.
Yeah.
So do I need to only focus on your career? That's your own love language. No other stuff, no this one. Because you focus on career alone.
Career is just part of it.
Money first.
Like
So imagine relationship where you need to express. Where you need to
true relationship right now. True relationship doesn't need money from the very beginning. You need money when you get married because of your kids, to take care of your kids.
Do you know that you need money to express? Do you know that you need money to express yourself in some certain places, like some certain things?
To show that you love her. Do you know that most guys feel like a girl is coming for his money when they want like date?
You know, as you marry the guy, in the end, what is important?
Money.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top of you, pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now what you want?
After that day, the man
you not go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guys, nothing, don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We not even take responsibility for the children.
Please the man.
And that's some poria.
Okay, so now let's get to the intimate part.
Exactly.
Now. So do you feel this whole enhancement, the whole you do boobs, you do ass, does it now make you good in bed? You do your dick, does it make you good in bed? You do abs, are you now more attracted to your partner?
Are you more confident?
Exactly, to now perform well.
As a woman, you have bigger breasts, you have bigger. Come on, you feel more sexier.
Okay.
It's affecting in bed.
Okay, Beverly, you know what?
No,
I really want to hear your take, but
the experience of it doesn't change the experience.
I want to hear Desmond's side. I want to hear your own, but your own is making me feel somehow.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I'm being serious.
Is that your trousers going?
Hey!
Hagulalumo!
Yes, he is.
LGBTQ.
Oh my God.
Entertainment means the world to me. Entertainment means traveling, sitting on the beach, sipping some nice wine, drinking some pina colada, eating some pineapple rice. Entertainment means being in studio, working, creating magic, creating music. Entertainment means riding bicycling, entering Okada and experiencing nice breeze. Entertainment is life to me. I can't do without entertainment.
Muhammad Ali was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky on January 17, 1942. His birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He began training as an amateur boxer at age 12, and at 18 he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. In his early years as a professional, Clay was more highly regarded for his charm and personality than for his ring skills. He sought to raise public interest in his fights by reading childlike poetry and spouting self-descriptive phrases like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On February 25, 1964, at age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again.
All right, then it's time for another conversation to begin. And who do we have here? The one and only Eniolo Foyeh. Now, she isn't just an actor, she's also a fantastic writer, a creative director of TAM. Now, she's also an ex-beauty queen, and yes, you'll see why very soon. She's hot. Miss Nigeria 2016 finalist. She's also been privileged to grace stages and red carpets as well. She's become a very highly sought after influencer for multiple brands, and it's great to have you here in the building with us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Honestly, I could keep going, you know, talking about how you're a presenter, a moderator, and so many things. You need to talk to us about how this journey began. Was it from pageantry it all started, or was it before?
So it started with acting
during
my undergraduate days at University of Ibadan.
Okay.
Then from acting, I explored more movie roles. From there, you know, beauty pageants, Miss Nigeria came in. Like, oh, you know, why not try Miss Nigeria? At first, I was like, oh, I'm not ready to put on pants and bra. And
okay.
The drama that comes with beauty pageants. But then I believe I've been privileged to have a very good mother. So my mom has been someone who encourages me right from like my teenage years.
Yeah.
You know, you can do this. I'm like, are you just whining me? Or you're just saying this because you're my mother? And then she says, no, just go for it, try it out. You never could say. Then Miss Nigeria came and I tried Miss Nigeria. I'm like, okay, I got in.
Yeah.
The first year, I made it to the list and I didn't get into the house. Then people were like, Eniolo, I saw you on news. Where are you? I'm like, don't worry. Next year we'll try. Then the next year came and I tried and I got in, and then pageantry.
Fantastic.
The experience was wonderful. I met amazing women and they're doing very well for themselves.
Amazing. So that was like a launch pad for you.
Yes.
And then you felt like, you know, you could do it. But then you just mentioned that your mom encouraged you. Now, this is not always the case. It's like the opposite of what a lot of people went through at that point in time. But then it also does put a lot of pressure on you once you get into the industry. What was your next move?
So after Miss Nigeria, I wasn't sure of what I really wanted because I wanted to try acting. I wanted to try so many things. But then I had to pray. Like, I'm very heavy on God's leading. So I prayed and I was like, God, I need a plan. I don't want to waste my time. What do you need me to do? What can I do? Then he was like, why not try presenting? I'm like, presenting? How do I stand in front of the crowd? But then I remember Miss Nigeria. We had over 2,000 people or more in the studio, in the room, and you had to stand and talk, walk, and then so you can do, just try. Then I started, you know, presenting from events, red carpet events, shows, and all of that. I'm like, oh, cool. And people say, oh, you know, you're good at this. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you, God.
So it's just like a little by little, you just kept moving and kept advancing.
Yes.
But I feel like, you know, there's always that, you know, sense of doubt and anxiety that comes about when you want to try something new. And you've already said you prayed about it, but there must have been some other things you were doing to make sure you were ready for those roles.
Yes, I went for like empowerment programs, trainings, drama school, you know. Like, I believe in development, in growth. So you need to evolve from time to time. Go for trainings, go for workshops and all of that. And then I watched a lot of YouTube videos, like a lot of YouTube videos, tutorial videos on acting. And then I took on skills like editing and the likes. So even if I find myself in front of the camera, I can still make something happen. I can edit, you know, do my thing and all of that.
You're an all-rounder. The fact that you can edit is something that not a lot of actors can do. And not a lot of actors can actually be behind the scenes and work on the production side of things. So I feel like you're edging towards actually producing your own content.
Yes,
right?
and the big dream is also to own like a media house, like a TV station.
Fantastic.
So that's something I'm looking forward to achieving very soon. So I knew that, Eniolo, if you need to get this done, you can't just box yourself into I'm an actor. You intend to own TV stations and all of that. You need to explore different paths while you focus on the major one. So that's like the game plan.
Do you have a preference now? TV presenting and stage and acting, which is your first love?
At peak acting, and TV presenting will come after.
Okay, so you need to share why.
Why? Okay, I believe we can play different characters. So you can wake up today and be a doctor. Tomorrow you're a lawyer. Next tomorrow you're something else. And that's the leverage media gives you. So you can wake up tomorrow like, oh, I'd like to try this. And it just gives you a way of, it empowers you and gives you knowledge to different skills. Because you get to read, you know, you grow, and then you engage, basically.
That's powerful. So acting for you, now talk to us about the most challenging role you've ever had to play. What?
I had to take a breath.
Why?
So the most challenging role I've ever played was on a film by Kingsview Production.
Okay.
I played the role of Lucy, and there was this scene where I had to, you know, wear like a mini, I said lingerie, and I had to...
lingerie
rather. And I had to, you know, be carried by somebody and the old touchy part. And I'm like...
Okay, so the intimacy aspect, they got to you.
Yes.
Wow.
But then somehow the director knew that, okay, we had to make like certain compromises to make this work. But then like, you should know your boundaries, I'd say. The fact that you're an actor doesn't mean that you should just do everything that comes your way. Just know what works for you, that, oh, this works for me, this doesn't work for me. But you shouldn't always reject roles anyway. But speak to the director,
and
can
explain.
What do you think? I don't want to come on your set and do something, and when I get it, I'm like, good.
All right then. Now, I know how lighthearted this is, but I need you to just mention the project as quickly as possible that you're working on.
So I'm currently working on a movie called Skills. So it's about university students coming together, and then choices they had to make from time to time, and we watch them evolve. That's something I'm currently working on. Yeah.
I know we can find much more about this on your pages, and hopefully you're following her already. But Eniolo, it's been a pleasure talking to you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And I love this jacket. It's so sweet. Thank you. All right then. So let's wrap it up on this, but share your thoughts on Eniolo's journey. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Can't wait to see it. We're taking another quick break. We'll be back after this.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Let me just put it in the air fryer again.
Okay.
Really
Okay, welcome again to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We are still making breakfast. Chef Amaka has been hard at work. As it is, we will have everything ready in a short while. We're about to work on the chicken. I was going to show you the pan, but we had to put it in the oven. So that's what Chef Amaka is doing, trying to put the potatoes there. So now we have the minced meat ready. And so we want to put the chicken together.
So just put that away?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll help you with that. Please go ahead with the chicken.
Okay, for the chicken, it's just about dipping this in here.
Yeah. So we're actually lightly frying.
Yes. Do you think I can get like an extra plate?
Okay, sure.
Yes, we'll just fry it once.
Okay. So what we are doing now is getting the chicken prepped just for us to be able to fry it. So that's what we're doing right now. So you're dipping it in flour.
Yes.
Then the eggs. Okay, should I put the pan back on the heat?
Yes, please. Okay. We need oil.
Okay, just a bit of oil.
Yes, just
the same you used earlier, or the vegetable oil?
Yes,
the sprayed one?
No, the vegetable oil.
Okay. Okay, so just a bit. Let me know when to stop.
Okay. Oh, keep going.
I should keep going, okay.
Yes.
This is fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So yes, now we have the oil. So the oil is going to heat up, and then we'll fry. How long will the frying go for?
Barely 3-4.
Oh, so it's
5
not
minutes,
something
yes.
that would last
Yes,
for
chicken
long.
breast is quick.
Yeah, that's true anyway. Okay.
So normally we would have dipped this inside the cornflakes to make it crispy and crunchy.
Okay, okay. So the cornflakes is what will give you that crispy chicken taste as well. Okay. So what you can do is you blend your cornflakes, all right? So when you blend the cornflakes, yeah, it comes together easily. So this is what the minced meat looks like. It's ready. All that's left is for us to roll it. Yes, and then of course we're putting the cheese as well. Yeah, so it's just gonna have this really lovely
crunchy vibe.
Yeah, and crunchy vibe as well. So there's a lot going on. You just need to keep your fingers crossed for the end result. Okay, so I think this is heating up nicely.
Oh, I need the cornflakes.
It'll be ready soon. I'm sure we'll have it in time. But we can still do a bit of it first.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to try putting that one directly?
Yep.
It's not as bad as I thought. Okay. So the chicken is already giving it this eggy, the egg rather is giving it this fry feel on the side as well.
Sometimes you can even double coat.
Okay.
If you really want, if you
that
want it,
crunchy taste, you can double coat. Okay, okay, okay. So this should be ready soon enough. I'm actually keeping my fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to the end result of this dish. So Chef Amaka, run us through it. What are we making for breakfast again?
Oh, we talked about potato rolls.
Yes.
With minced meat in it.
Yes. And then of course the chicken, the crispy chicken.
The chicken
so
is just
potato rolls with crispy chicken. All right, at this point, we will finish up with the cooking in time for our last guest, who is currently on standby with Mike.
Yeah, Mary and Chef Amaka, they're well done. You guys are doing a wonderful job there for breakfast this morning. Kudos. Well, for our final discussion, it's going to be a celebration. We have Ambassador Dr. Lancelot Odua-Imasuen. He is the visionary behind some of Nollywood's most iconic films, a master storyteller, a trailblazer, a cinematic powerhouse. Now, he's not just a filmmaker, he's a revolutionist who redefined African storytelling on screen with over 3 decades. You hear that? 3 decades. His works transcend borders, capturing the soul of Nigeria with raw authenticity and compelling narratives. From Invasion 1897 to countless groundbreaking productions, Isakaba is one that you definitely would have come in contact with. Now, he continues to shape Nollywood's legacy. It is great to have you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You know, some of you that are listening to this now were not born in 1995 when he started. You know, this is all about the celebration. Tell us, 30 years in this industry so far, the industry has evolved. You've seen different phases. You've seen people come, you've seen people go. You are still here. Just how can you encapsulate your 30 years in Nollywood so far?
Well, we just wanted to be modest. My experience with cinematic work started far back 1988. As a matter of fact,
because you know what? I almost wanted to say, I asked you first to hear from 30. You've been there before this 30. Why 30?
Yeah, no, but I usually say that commercial filmmaking started 30 years ago. But my romance with cinematic work, motion picture, started as far back as 1998, 1988.
Yes.
And we've been very fortunate, and we give God the glory for the opportunities to have been there. But I want to focus on 30 years behind the Nollywood camera. That's what I'm actually. TVC, I'm going public for the first time, announcing that this year, 2025, marked 30 years of a glorious filmmaking career. So we're starting the celebration here. There's a whole lot that is lined up for the entire year. In the end of the month, we'll be at the Coast City Film Festival that is tagged Homecoming. Quite a number of great movies ascribed to our name were made then in Enugu. Enugu remains a citadel for Nollywood birthing.
Before there was Asaba.
Yeah. So great films like August Meeting, Last Burial, Ibuka, King of the Forest, all of the Isakaba, all of them were made in Enugu. So the organizers of the festival, they are inviting me to actually kickstart my celebration from that city that gave me so much, to the extent that I was on set for a particular movie called Die Hard, where G. Mike started his career as an actor majorly. We had the governor then, Governor Dr. Chimaroke, stop by on location to see what we're doing. So I just hope that the government of Enugu will actually reminiscence over what that city means to Nollywood, to the African entertainment, the African storytelling, and reclaim what it ought to be today. So with the Coast City Film Festival happening in Enugu this year, deliberately they are marking 5 years. I'm marking 30 years.
Wonderful.
Because major filmmaking in Enugu started around 1998, where the Godos, Aki and Popo, a lot of those.
Many of these people you mentioned, they just go last Berry. I remember Igodo. Igodo for me is the epic of all epics.
All of them were made in Enugu. Great Ijele, Evil Man, all of them, all those guys. I'm here paying tribute to all of those guys that sacrificed their lives, sacrificed their money, sacrificed their blood and sweat to making Nollywood. Who today they've been obliterated. Who today they have been swept away by now we just come and the mentality of this is what is raining now.
Yeah.
Nigeria as a country must begin to pay tribute, honor to those that started. Those that were there, those that saw it, that nurtured it to growth. And we've not had that as a country. People just do their own and go and all of that. There's no system, there's no program that seems to deliberately, intentionally celebrate. We just write down for our anthem, the labor of our heroes past, they will not be in vain.
I understand you very much.
Totally in vain. So I have prized myself. I've said Nollywood most consistent filmmaker. 30 years of consistency, 30 years of having something to say, something to do. 30 years, no 1 year passed by that I've not made a film till this year.
Wow.
When I leave here, I'll go to location to keep the flag flying.
Wonderful.
But there's quite a lot of our colleagues may have just been swept up by the system.
That is
some are not meeting up because the dynamics are quite fast
They are.
Quite fast and heavy
They
on the level. People can eat. People can. So there's no program, because when people came in, brought in a lot, nothing was reserved for tomorrow. There was no. There are programs people did. I was on set with Uncle Lou Jacob sometime. He told me that he just received some money paid to him from some of the works he did when he was in England. We don't have such. All those great guys that worked on Igodo, worked on Isakabad, worked on those big, large, those massive projects. Once it is, you are paid, whatever you are paid, and you are gone, that's the way it is. So I think we should begin to rejig the system to find out how well people can be, so that in time past, when time is past, people can still be called back to get something for the labor they put into life and their profession.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Lancelot, it is an honor to have you, and we are all celebrating with you. So you said it's starting from Coal City Film Festival.
Film Festival, yeah.
When is that? When is that exactly?
Coal City is 27 to 29th.
27 to 29th.
Yes, of March
of this
2025. Yeah,
wonderful,
take it on from there. They're going to be going forward further in the year. Quite a lot. In Benin, where I come from, they are planning something big. Friends all over the world. Basically, we're holding an event here in Lagos to mark it. And the launch of my book, A Trip Emotion.
You know what happens? When that book comes out, make sure you come here.
Right.
We're going to review that book. We're going to be talking about that book also. Right. And we'll still be celebrating you. Let's head over to the kitchen. We have something that we're preparing for you there. Okay. While we just take a trip down memory lane. He spoke about being a Benin man. Well, there's that movie that you would remember, for those of us who are historians, about the Benin Kingdom. Now we came together. Let's take a look at that while we head over to the kitchen, of course, to celebrate the living legend.
Oh, invasion.
Yes. Right, sir.
Oh, good. Okay.
I am acting consul, James Phillips.
I am spirit! I must trade with the white man. We must do it as equals. The white men are approaching Benin, my lord. White men?
Land invaded, burnt, and destroyed.
We march on to Benin!
And our people never are weaklings. With unknown language, he was judged.
Do you understand the charges brought against you?
I will not bow to the white man. Your masters want free trade. Now they have it. Leave my people alone!
This is just injustice.
Invasion, 1897. The deposition of the last king of Africa.
All right, welcome to the kitchen, and you just saw that just before we get the food ready and all of that. Right. That is one of the most iconic stories that we have as a nation, the story of the Benin Kingdom, Invasion 1897. Just a little bit, tell us what the process was like putting that film together.
Yeah, I'm from Benin, like I told you. Yes. At the time, it was becoming an issue. As for, there was never a work by a son of the soil to speak about the injustice that were meted on the Benin people by the British that time. Professor Larutimi wrote a book, Ovoram and Ogbaisi, that was staged 1973 at the stadium in Benin, and it played by, I just celebrated him now, where he's late now, died at 80.
Wonderful.
He did that work, and the Oba of Benin then needed to appeal to Professor Larutimi that work should not be staged because it evoked a lot of emotions. So growing up as a filmmaker, I told myself that my career wouldn't be complete if I do not filmically present that film. So that was just it, and Today we are seeing the return of a lot of the artifacts. It was our own contribution because this film screened inside the British Museum as part of the protest. Yeah.
We're still going to have the legend when he does launch that book to continue celebrating him. We have breakfast here for you. Chef Amaka, of course, put this together. Very wonderful breakfast. So while you are tasting it, she will be telling us what she did.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
This looks very good.
So well, I must commend TVC. I'll take them out. What I've seen here has been quite amazing. The studio. Thank you. I've been interviewed all around the world. I think this is breathtaking. Congratulations to the entire management.
Thank you
so much. Thank you, sir.
The kitchen. Wonderful. No, they do akara.
No, today we just happen not to do akara, but yes, we do akara.
Oh, I do akara too. Yes. Wonderful. This is quite beautiful. So I should taste it.
Yes.
I mean, eat it.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
All right.
Okay.
So this is crispy chicken. Please tell us what it is, and then potato.
How you call them?
Crispy chicken.
Oh, crispy chicken or crispy chicken. Okay.
Oh dear me.
So we
have potato rolls.
Okay, potato rolls, of course.
So please dig in.
All right, so while he's doing that, while you're trying it out, we have a performer to wrap us up, and we'll take that performance, and then, of course, we'll wrap up the show. Thank you so much, legend.
I appreciate it.
And wishing you best wishes the next 30 years.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's good.
All right, over to you, Mercy.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity